Hi, it's Juha Raivio here from Swallow the Sun, and you are listening and watching Brutally Delicious.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
70,000 tons of metal.
The original, the world's biggest heavy metal cruise. 60 bands, 4 days, one cruise ship, only 3,000 tickets.
From Miami, Florida to Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
January 30th to February 3rd, 2025. 5 days and 4 nights mingling side by side with your favorite artists in this incredible fan-friendly scenario that has no comparison.
Go to 70,000tons.com and book your ticket now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Bruce. That's my partner, Ahana.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. And I'm very sorry I missed the previous one.
It's whatever, man. It's all good. I got to tell you, before we even start, huge fan and a 12-year veteran of 70K, so I can't wait again to see this year. I was just telling Ahana with the ballet. That's like, in my mind, that's already the highlight of the trip. So how did that even come about?
Well, I mean, we did 3 of those ballet shows in the beginning of the year here in Helsinki, and I mean they sold out like that, and then the whole production and everything, it was such amazing. It's very, very big thing. Unfortunately, we can't bring all that we made in this old theater in Helsinki. Well, it's still going to be like as close as we can with all the dancers, but it's, I mean, we want to it's quite a big project, so we really we're hoping that we can also take it outside Finland and well, this is at least the first thing, and it's quite a place to do it, actually. Not the easiest place to do it, but I'm super happy.
The reception's been well by the fans?
Yeah, and it's that Plague of Butterflies, the whole, because I wrote the music for the ballet back in the days.
Oh.
Yeah, that music was asked for me to write for this ballet from New York, actually. And,
wow.
Cool.
But yeah, that never happened. So it was some money problem with this ballet, actually, not on our side. I mean, we made the music, but then they couldn't do it because of some money problems. So that was also very meaningful for me that the circle kind of like closed, because I made the music for the ballet and now we did it with the Finnish ballet.
Right. Hey, hang on 1 second. Somehow my recording, does it still say it's recording?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. It looked like it crapped down, man. Well, I miss it.
Good.
All right. I'm going to ask the first one and then we'll let Hana jump in. So my question is, first off, Shining has been described as a total leap into the unknown for Swallow the Sun. Can you elaborate on the creative process that led the band to embrace this evolution and change? And how do you think it differs from your early work?
Well, for me, it's there's like no more leap than ever before. Kind of like, it's just because I can't plan music. It's totally out of my DNA to kind of like start to think that, wait a minute, I think maybe this kind of thing will go through this day, or maybe I should do this or that kind of thing. But like the thing what other people might want to hear, or what is going through at the moment, music-wise, that is making well. Or it's unfortunately that's totally out of my DNA that I could, because the music is such a, at least with Swallow the Sun, I never write, well, not that much music for other artists, but at least with the Swallow the Sun, it's such a, I have to stand behind the music 110%. So in that way, it's never kind of like in that kind of a leap to unknown and on purpose try anything like that. But of course, we're like 25-year-old band next year, which is unbelievable. So so in that kind of point of your life and making music and the albums, it's kind of like you kind of need somebody to kick your ass a little bit also, in that way that we all know how easily we get stuck in a certain kind of things in life, and so when this huge producer came along to do this album, then that was a kind of like a leap into the unknown, because of course we never worked somebody who does Bring Me the Horizon and Muse and all these kind of bands. So, and that was exactly kind of a kick that we needed, and I wanted also. But the music-wise, he didn't touch the music at all. So, so if somebody thinks that, oh, this producer made us sound like this or whatever, it's total bullshit. It's all the other things that he brought into the table. But and for me, it would be very hard to anybody to change the music or start to change it if I wouldn't really go into that thing. But then I think that's quite that's also not in my DNA that much, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a kind of a leap that me personally, I really need it, and the band also, that because 25 years. I mean, how many marriages are gonna last 25 years? You kind. I mean, either if you're a husband or a man, or man and a man, or woman and a woman, I think it's after 25 years, maybe it's good to change your perfume to. So it's not maybe that. It's the same person, but a different perfumes.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So I just kind of wanted to also talk about just the album's themes. And I know you talked about how it explores themes of just duality and existential struggle. So I wanted to know if there was any personal or just a collective experience that you guys shared that kind of shaped these ideas for you.
Well, I mean, the music is such a personal thing for me, and in a good way and in a bad way, that I'm almost been almost too honest, if you can say in that way, what I have put into the music and into the lyrics and from my life, and it's so, and it's been like that for many albums and many years, and I've been kind of like reflecting what has happened in my life. I mean, people around me and me at the same time. But now with this album, I've kind of looked into myself a little bit more, and try to figure out myself a little bit. That why is it why is it always so fucking dark in that way? So, and try to I'm an honest person in many ways, and if I'm very honest, it's a kind of like I kind of like with this album, I needed to almost like work myself, try to work myself out from this pit that I've been in, this very, very dark abyss for a long time, and because I'm not a person like that, I don't want to dwell in there. So, but then that's why I need to write the music. So with this album, I was looking into myself, trying to understand myself a little bit more, and kind of like that. I don't know if that's a good answer, but it's very self-reflecting album. This one, I've been reflecting a lot myself, but a lot of my outside life, what has happened with the previous albums. So, and it hasn't been very easy ride. Not this new album. It's not very very easy ride either. That's for sure. Even there is a certain kind of a power that I love.
I can completely see that. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like I'm going to stay with that for a second and let Han get back. Do you ever feel like you put too much of yourself into a record then? Like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that?
Well, I mean, it's true. I've been thinking, and we wrote, I mean, we didn't write, but there was a book, Swallow the Sun book, actually, that came out in Finland. It's only in Finnish yet. I hope next year it's going to be the English version coming out. But there's like a book of the whole band, and it's like the music. It's super honest book, and we really don't hold back on anything. I mean, it's not a cheesy book where everybody is afraid to say anything. We totally say our opinions about each other and about the band, and we're not. What is the word? We are not like we're not polishing polishing basically anything on that, and to be that honest is a good, also a bad thing in kind of ways. But I believe it's more good in that way that that because I've been because when we got that book ready and then the Moonflowers album came before that and everything, and I read the book when it was ready and listened to the Moonflowers album, was like, okay, I was thinking that maybe I don't know if this is actually good or is this bad. But I'm gonna see maybe in the future when I look back, hopefully in the future when I look back that okay, it was more good than bad. I honestly I still don't know if, because music is a lot of like it's a lot of like what is this well, no, I forget the word, but almost like a healing process and like it's almost like a psychologist, how do you say, your psychiatry almost, the music when you write it to that. But I still don't know, yeah, that because it's like a diary also, and then it's all there, and you always go. And then the thing is that it's not like you do something and then it's gone. We tour and I play those songs and everything night after night, and it's there 100%. So it's a kind of like, yeah, you stab yourself in a way that you almost don't let time the wounds to heal, but at the same time it feels good. It's something that I need to do. So it's very schizophrenic kind of like a situation, but I believe that it's more good than bad to be this honest with the lyrics and the music, especially because we as a Finnish people, we are very quiet. We're not like a open up a lot, especially men, unfortunately. So then to go this deep in the music, and it's open to everybody. Of course, everybody is feeling the music and reading through their own lives. So it's a different thing. So because life is not easy for anybody in this world, no matter if you have $1 billion or $0 on your bank account.
100%. I just want to say that I feel like it's your honesty that makes your fans connect to your music more than anything, because I feel like that's really appreciated all the time.
Well, thank you so much, and I really hope, and that's the kind of like a legacy I hope to leave after the band is like when everything is said and done. I really kind of want to look back and look all the albums and all the music and be super proud that at least we were honest. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of not very honest music and the bands in this world, and it doesn't need to be that. I mean, I love very unhonest plastic music also. I mean, I don't care, but the music that really touches me and is important for me, I can always feel that kind of a little stab in the heart, and that's the music that I value the most, and that's what I want to leave after what I hope that people will resonate also, which is cruel to say because I don't want anybody to feel like they're being stabbed, but yeah, life is not easy. That's just
the world. That's just the world doing it to them.
Exactly, and it is a kind of like a family feeling in many ways that we all experience these things and we all kind of we get kind of like a support from each other.
Mm-hmm.
All of us. Yes, I hope so, at least. So, but I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bruce, you're on mute.
There we go. Hey, so my next one then. I read somewhere that Maddie's referring to this record as Shining as the Black Album, or as your Black Album. Do you guys do this comparison as a turning point in your music identity, and what significance does it hold for the band's legacy?
Can you say the end again? Just the last.
Oh, the whole thing?
No, just the last thing there.
Oh yeah. So where was I? Blah blah blah. Do you view this comparison as a turning point in your musical identity, and what's the significance does it hold for your band's legacy?
Okay. Well, I mean, the Black Album, of course, the Matti, our bass player, he's like one of the funniest guys, and he throws out these kind of things on a tour, and all the time you can laugh your face off with the stuff he's saying. And that was the first thing when he heard the mix and the whole ready album. Like, this is a black album of doom death, and I was like, right away I said that we're gonna keep that. That's of course it's in a way it's a joke, but there's a lot of truth in that way, that this whole death doom genre also. It's quite one thing that I hate in life is rules. Well, you need rules in a society, of sure, but in a music and an art overall, I mean, I hate rules the most, and unfortunately metal music, and especially when you go more to the doom or death metal or black metal, maybe those three genres, they are the most, when all these gatekeepers are going to tell about, like the metal and everything should be like it should be like a freedom to express yourself, and everybody's kind of like being, everybody's been say satanic, which means that you are the god and no rules. And suddenly it's like everything. No, you have to wear black leather and you have to have spikes and you have to play with this kind of a guitar. And everything's like a fuck off. I mean, it's nothing but the rules suddenly, when everybody should be free and the expression of the freedom of expression. So in that way, how did I end up here? I don't know why it was. So
I know. So, but I'll tell you. So we're saying, I think metal was born on the idea of no rules, right? So it's weird that you do have those gatekeepers, because I think the very genesis of it is pushing the boundaries and pushing the limits and forcing you to think.
yes, exactly. And I'm actually an old prog. I'm a prog guy, and I was playing the whole 90s. I was playing progressive metal and prog music, and I've been listening prog from the 80s. I have that thing in me also, that actually from the Plague of Butterflies, because we were talking about just the first Follow the Sun album, where I started to put my old prog past into the, mixing it into the music also. So and then that's what I love, that that and progressive music, it doesn't mean that you're playing with the 70s sounds and that Genesis style and everything, which I love. And that's of course, everybody says that's the prog music if somebody does it like a retro thing these days, but it's actually it's not progressive, it's regressive thing. Progressive means that you find new things into the music, and you kind of like you are not afraid to push forward the music you do. And that definitely happened with this Swallow the Sun album. Yeah, I don't know if I'm answering anything with your question there, but I'm just blabbering here. But it's kind of like that Black album thing, which was a very funny thing to hear. And I said that we're gonna keep that for sure, promoting this new album, because it's gonna first of all, it's gonna piss off these death doom people who can only take one way of the music. I'm an asshole, but I knew that it's gonna, be a little bit, and I love it. I love it in that way, because this music style also, and the world needs a little bit, shaking up and waking up. So and we never been afraid to, to do exactly what we need to and want to do. If you think Swallow some music, there's there's so much of different ends in the music and the albums and everything. So,
but maybe you'll have those kind of sales.
Sorry?
Maybe you'll get those kind of sales, right? Maybe The Shining will hit that.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hit 0.0000001% of the Black album.
Right.
So that might be
Who knows?
It's 0.0000001 Black album of Death Doom. It should be that, yes. But of course, because the songs are a little bit more into the business, but that's how they came, and it's very, very. The band have always been super melodic, but yeah, this time I don't know. The songs just came as they came. I never think music just comes, and that's what it is. And I hardly touch on the music. I hardly change anything, because I want it to be capture that moment when it happened, and it happens always super fast. So that's why I don't want to go even touch on the music. So yeah, I didn't go like after. I remember when I got all the demos ready, and it happened like 3 weeks, less than a month. The whole album was ready, and I listened. I'm like, fuck it. It's actually quite different in that way, that it's like even more melodic and more into the business. And I was like, yeah, I didn't go like, oh shit, maybe I have to start to put like 7 minutes more on this song and 5 minutes more on this one and try to do this and that to to make it like older albums or something like that. So that would have been a regression again, going into the the same safe place. So
Hannah?
So I just kind of wanted to reflect on your 2 decade plus career. So I just wanted to know which was like a moment that stands out as the most pivotal in shaping your identity as a band and yourself as well.
that's quite a big question.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's more of the the struggles that this band has had that comes to my mind than like a success or anything like that. Because this band has gone through a quite. I hope that the book will come out in English next year. Because kind of like, if anybody who is want to actually read what the band.
I would love to read that. That sounds like a great book to read.
Yeah, I mean, because we are not afraid to tell the truth of the music business also, and the touring and being treated like a shit from the bigger bands and all these kind of things that is unfortunately happening all the time for the smaller bands. And that's one of the things that I say that which is unfortunately never going to happen if we are like a big band and we have well, of course we tour and we have a support bands like we do a headline. But I remember even from the early days touring, and I made a promise to myself, I'm never ever gonna treat the support bands like shit and say that you can do that. I mean, there's enough for everybody. So it's such I fucking hate that kind of egotistical shit. And it's endless. It's endless from the bands, from the management, from the fucking booking agents, from the labels. I mean, fuck this shit. But anyways, so this book is telling a lot about this, and also from the band, our struggles in the band and our personal lives, what has happened during this band. But yeah, so unfortunately, me as a Finnish person, we always think about the worst things. That's what you remember. But it's of course it's I think was it our second album? Yeah, our first two albums we made them for the small label, so they weren't even like the first album wasn't even, they didn't even send them numbers to the charge, the album charge when it came out, so it never went. You didn't see, but the second one they had it when they were selling the album, and I think it went number 8 in a top 10 in an official chart. And I remember that was like, what the fuck? I'm sorry if I'm cursing here, and you had to beep it out. So maybe that was the first time kind of like kind of like what is going on actually, and so, and after that there's been lots of this chart success in Finland and well other countries too, but not like nothing like in Finland. But so yeah, maybe that's the one, like the first, I think, from the Ghost of Lost, when our second album when it went to the charts. So that was one of those things, and yeah. But most of the time you just think about the shit that happens, and that's like, yeah.
I mean, you learn from the lows of your life the most, so that's kind of great to know that you use it into your music.
Yeah, at least try to do something good out of it, maybe, and the struggles of this life. It's at least I've been. That's one of the things I always hope, that at least something good will come out of it in that way. That at least there's a music then. So Hey guys, is your Zoom gonna like end soon? Do you have like a time?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to interrupt you. Sorry,
Okay.
really late. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to seeing you in January. I was just telling Ahana before we started, I'm looking forward to seeing the whole ballet thing. It's going to be great.
Thank you so much, and sorry still one more time to missing
Oh,
that.
you know what? You know what? You know how we can wipe that away? The first beer's on you on the boat.
Sure. I see you there, and bring your tutu with you. So
Right.
I'm ballet shoes. Are you coming, Heidi, also?
Ahana.
Oh,
Uh,
me?
Oh yeah, or was it Hanna? But Heidi, what was sorry, your name? I don't remember it now.
Hannah? Oh, yeah.
Hanna, yeah, I said Heidi or Hanna. Yeah.
That's okay. I am unfortunately not coming,
Oh.
but I do want to look into it though. That sounds really cool. And I have friends who love being on cruises, on concerts, so I would love to take them. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I hope you're gonna do it one day because it's actually quite quite.
As
There's
I've heard, I've only heard great things from Bruce, so I really want to look into it.
Yes.
There's nothing like it. Andy has put together the craziest thing that, like, Ahana asked me about it, and I said, when I get off the boat on February 3rd, I'm already counting down to the next year. Like, already, who's going to be on it? What are we going to do? I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I hate boats, but I love that boat. So
Yeah.
that's what.
It's like 3,000 family members.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. And nobody can escape the bands or
No.
well,
That's
you
the
can.
perfect
Right.
part.
Yeah, you can, but then then the sharks are gonna be happy, of course. But,
Right.
so
Well,
only way to.
my friend, and look forward to the show.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you next year. Then.
Yeah. Be well. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good Christmas. Or
Yeah,
whatever
you too.
you keep. Yeah. Bye bye.
Yes. Take care.